Well, what can I say? Did it again in the Hall of Fame game between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. They had a mention 5 weeks down the road about the stupidest game on the schedule, the Gay Bay Packers at the shitty Chicago Bears. I don't care about that game. That game is 5 weeks away. Who the hell cares? I'm not a Packer fan. I don't need to hear that when I'm watching another game. I think these broadcasters need to be frickin' fined $10 million per saying every time they mention another team while broadcasting a game. If that team ain't in that game, they should fine them $10 million. If that don't work, then they should start suspending these announcers and say, hey, rules state you concentrate on this game that you're broadcasting or you're out the door. And we'll do the three strikes. If they jump networks and they do it again, that'll be strike two. If they jump to a third network, that'll be strike three. You're out the door. And if you're in the NFL Hall of Fame, you will be stripped of that. No doubt about it. Get real. I don't need to hear about the fucking Packers, the gay boys, the losers, the crybabies, whatever you want to call them. I do not want to hear about the Tennessee Titans because that is not their name. They are technically the Houston Oilers. The Houston Texans are the Dallas Texans. There is no Dallas Cowboys. There's the Oshkosh Titans. If you don't like it, lump it. At one time, there was also the crosstown rivalry, the Oshkosh Indians, which became the nickname for the high school, which they stripped. They literally stripped the Indian name. That ticks me off. When the hell are they going to get rid of the Green Bay Packers name? That is a frickin' Indian name. Packers is an Indian name, just like the Titans and a few other NFL teams. Technically, think about it, people. The Cleveland Browns is just another way of saying the N word. Cleveland Niggers. So instead of saying the Cleveland Niggers, they just say the Cleveland Browns so it don't look racist. So technically, think about it. The Cleveland Browns are racist. So why doesn't the Green Bay Packers, if they want to be called Green Bay, then they should be called the Green Bay Green. But I'd like to see them in Sissy Pink. The Green Bay Sissy Pinks. That would be a better name for the Packers. Change the name from the Packers to the Sissy Pink Boys, the girly men. They got a retard quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. They had a retard quarterback when they had what's his face, Favre. They had another retard quarterback before that, and another one before that, and back to the '60s they had a retard quarterback that didn't even win a goddamn Super Bowl. They claim he won 5 championships, but I don't believe that crap. Bart Starr, no way in hell. Can't go by championships. And if you look it up, the Baltimore Colts were in the NFL, not the AFL. So there is no Baltimore Ravens. It's the Baltimore Colts. There is no Indianapolis Colts because there's the Baltimore Colts. Just a real point. I think I'm going to buy me a Baltimore Colts NFC Baltimore Colt hat, just to prove a point to the NFL that you gotta get the names right. The correct name for Baltimore is the Colts. The correct name for the Green Bay Packers is Green Bay, so move the frickin' stadium over across the street to Green Bay. like I say that, and you better come up with a better name than the Titans for Tennessee. I think they should be called the Nashville Smashvilles, the Nashville Smashers. That would fit them perfect. But then again, you take the USFL team, the Baltimore Stars, which was also in another city at one time, the Philadelphia Stars. You take that team, and they become the Nashville Stars. The Titans come back to Oshkosh, expand to a D League for development the NFL players. This would be a perfect city for that, for developing these players, because we are still bigger than Milwaukee. We don't have West Dallas, Germantown, and all those other small communities around it that combines into Milwaukee. Same with Green Bay. They are so small, it's pitiful. You don't know where Green Bay starts and ends. Ashwaubenon starts or ends from Green Bay. Alloway is on one side of the bridge, and on the other side is another town. So where the hell is Green Bay? Who knows? Oh wait, that's right. Green Bay is not in Wisconsin. I think it was Green Bay, Virginia. I went down through that way and I seen Green Bay, Virginia, or West Virginia. It was one of the Virginias that Green Bay. That's the real Green Bay. But yeah, they really do. They got to get rid of. You got to put the correct teams in the correct cities, and that nickname stays with that city. The Los Angeles Rams. Uh-uh. San Diego Chargers will be the Chargers. So the Rams are. See, these are the teams I figured out are retired officially. Starting with the old to the latest. The Oshkosh Titans are retired. No other city can use that name. The Houston Oilers officially retired. Oops, the Dallas Texans are retired, so that team is terminated. No city can use it but Dallas. The Houston Oilers officially retired. Nobody can use that. The Baltimore Colts are officially retired. Unless they bring back the Baltimore Colts. That's the only way the current city that they were in, gets to bring them back. The St. Louis Rams officially retired. The Oakland Raiders officially retired after this season. The Cleveland Browns will be retired after this season. So there you have it. The teams I just named belongs to the cities I just named. So therefore, I'd like to see the LA Express and the LA Extreme in the new Los Angeles Stadium. They can have their colors or go with what the USFL had and the XFL had the first time around, with the Extreme and the Express. This navy blue and silver. Or they can keep the Ram colors, but I think it'd be better with the silver and blue. This way they can expand easy in the NFL. The other one, the Memphis Showboats. Bring them back too from the USFL. So there you'd have the two teams in, because they're far enough apart, the cities, Memphis Showboats, the Nashville Stars. That's my theory on that. The and you can put change the Raiders name for Vegas to the Vegas Gamblers. You can put a team in Hartford, call them the Hartford Hammers. It'd all come down right if you did it right. It's just a matter of where to put them. And as for the XFL, I think they should go to the small market teams that for like a development league for the NFL, but have the same type of rules. Because I think they got to terminate the kicks. But I like what the XFL is going to be doing. 1 point if it's 10 yards out or whatever it was. 15 yards out, it's 2 points. 20 yards out, 3 points. But I think every time you back it up, then you add another point and so on. If you kick a 50-yard, that should be an automatic 10 points. Then to change the outcome of the game, terminate the overtime in any football league. If you're trying to preserve injury to players, this is what you got to do. If you can't do that, then you might as well put tutus on them or dresses. Like the Green Bay Packers can wear forest green with a puke yellow belt. The Minnesota Vikings can wear purple dresses with a white belt, and then their away would be reversed. So that's my theory on the difference in the football leagues. What they should do and they're not doing. That's just the way it is. Just a bunch of fools. But the biggest rule change I gotta do is get rid of these damn announcers that talk about other teams. I don't give a frickin' retarded about the Gay Bay Packers. I cannot and will not like those jackasses. I never did like them, and I never will. My nickname is Titan. That's my Indian name. That's when I'm sticking to it. Named after the NFL Oshkosh Titans. If you don't like it, lump it. Especially the people of Nashville. If you don't like it, lump it. Get your own goddamn nickname down there. Like I said, just have it changed, and it would work out perfect. The Nashville Stars, you could change your colors to gold and red or something, like the USFL team had when they were to Philadelphia or Baltimore, or whatever the hell they were. So the Colts can go back to Baltimore. The Ravens get switched over to Indianapolis. And this would be perfect. And you could put the Washington Redskins, Baltimore Colts, and two other teams in there. You could even add Orlando team. They have Orlando, Jacksonville, Miami, Tampa would be one. And then you could also put San Antonio and Austin for Texas. There's another division. And then you keep LA. Oh, oops, it wouldn't work out because you have to have one go outside of California. So Something they could work out. But spread these teams around, not sit there have like a bunch in one state. That's just stupidity. I'd just like to see that the Vegas gamblers or the Vegas outlaws or something. Something they gotta have. They can't use the Raiders because that belongs to Oakland. Let's see how long did I do this? So that's just my ranting and raving about football. Like it, lump it, leave it, who cares?